It is currently 31 degrees in Australia, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to deal with this summer. Hey everyone, it's Shelly, and today I'm here to give you guys my seasonal wrap-up, so basically all the books that I read in spring. In the month of September, I read 3 books, 1 physical book and 2 audiobooks. The first book I read was Neverwhere by Neil Gaiman. I gave this book a 5 out of 5 stars on Goodreads, and I did do a spoiler-free review on it, so if you want to check that out, click on the cover right now. And yeah, all in all, I really enjoyed this. Like every other Neil Gaiman book, this is probably my second favorite Neil Gaiman book. The first one will always be Coraline for nostalgic reasons, but this is a really close second. The second book I actually listened to on audiobook on my road trip to Melbourne. If you guys want to check that out, I will leave a link to the vlog on the screen or down below. But the book was And Then There Were None by Agatha Christie. Now this is the first Agatha Christie book I have ever read, and I have to say I was pretty disappointed. I gave this book a 2 out of 5 stars on Goodreads. I just felt that it was kind of predictable. I'm not sure if that is kind of the same vibe throughout all her other books, but I have heard really great things about her as an author, so I might check her other stuff out. And the last book is actually another one that I listened to during the Melbourne road trip, but it was on the way back, and that book was The Scream of the Haunted Mask by R.L. Stine. I know you guys know that I love Goosebumps, and I kind of was really tired and I just wanted to listen to something fun, so I found this on Overdrive. It was a pretty okay read. I gave this book a 3 out of 5 stars. I don't really have any other opinions on it. Moving on to the month of October, aka my busiest month this year. I think I have complained to you guys a lot about uni and journalism, so I will spare you the details right now. But basically I only read 1 book, and it was actually a sequel to a book that I started earlier on in the year, and that book is The Unbound by Victoria Schwab. I gave this book a 3 out of 5 stars, but I do have 2 book reviews on this book and the first one in the series, so if you guys want to check that out, if you haven't read it, I will leave it on the screen or down below. But I really enjoyed the first book in this series, and I was really anticipating reading this. So I read it in October because I thought like it kind of fit the theme of the month. But I didn't enjoy this as much as I did the first one. I don't know, something with me and the second book in any series I just never like as much as the first one. The only thing I have to say about this is that it was an okay ending, and I thought I could tick this off my list of series that I finished this year, but apparently she's coming out with a third one, which I don't know if I want to read because I liked the first book as it was. So moving on to last month, which is the month of November, I read 2 books, which, you know, I was okay with. I didn't think I would read any because I've had like a weird reading month last month and actually right now. But the first book is actually something I started in October, and I meant to finish it in October, but I didn't end up finishing it until this first week of November. But that book is The Haunting of Sunshine Girl by Paige Mackenzie. So I have a book review, and it's a spoiler-free one on this book. If you guys want to check that out, I will leave a link on the cover so you can click on that. But I basically gave this book a 4 out of 5 stars on Goodreads, and I absolutely love this book. I know it's not a 5 out of 5 stars, and I do have reasons for that. I did mention them in my book review, but it is probably still my favorite. Like, it's one of those books that's so different to a lot of things that I have read this year. So I think that's kind of why it stood out to me, and I just really, really love ghosts. I know they're very traditional, but I think that this type of book is lacking in the YA genre recently, so I absolutely love this book. And the last book I read is something I didn't think that I would like very much, but in fact, I kind of really love it. That book is Dark Fever by Karen Marie Moning. I gave this book a 4 out of 5 stars on Goodreads, mainly because it came to me at the right time and I was in the mood for it. I am planning to do a book review on this, so if I end up filming that book review after I film this one, I will leave a link to it on the screen or down below. But I really, really like this, and I didn't think I would. Anyway, those are all the books that I read in spring. Please let me know what you guys read last month or what you're planning to read towards the end of the year down below. And that was me, and I will see you guys in my next video.